I'm here in my studio to show you guys a cut slit mold. This is my lifelike cupcake mold. A lot of you, it's my most popular design, and sometimes it's a professionally made cut slit mold. It's a block mold. You cut a design like this so that you're able to get the finished piece out. If you're making soaps or candles, if you don't have a mold that will open up to let you pull the finished piece out, you couldn't possibly get it out any other way without damaging or ruining your work that you just did. So when you order this mold from me, it's my most popular design, and sometimes when it arrives, people will open it up and see the cut that I put there and think that the mold is broken. It's not broken. It's a brand new, freshly hand-poured silicone mold. I pour each mold fresh for everybody. And I do that using I've invested in the equipment that eliminates the excess air from the silicone as I'm working with it. When I get silicone, it comes in a liquid form. There's part A, part B. It cures overnight. It has to be measured correctly. Then I put it in the vacuum chamber to eliminate the excess bubbles out of it. That makes you a soft and flexible mold. It's longer lasting. It's a superior mold than if silicone molds that are not made in that manner. When your mold arrives, I wrap everything up in plastic wrap when it's shipped. It will come with 2 rubber bands. You can see them in there that I provide for you. Simply take your plastic wrap off. This silicone is formulated for soap and candle makers. It will capture all that great intricate detail that you know, it's the only way, the best way to capture that detail so you can make a more artful soap or candle. This is the cupcake that this mold will produce. You can see I've done a 2-color pour, but I went a little bit beyond that in the purple, the front cupcake there with the white fringe soap on there. Those are my hand-poured soaps I did. I printed out that picture. It's off of my website. It's sculpturesinsoap.com. I'm also on Etsy. So when your mold comes, you're going to have 2 rubber bands in there. You can take them out. Some people, when this mold arrives, it's a pretty scary thing to see. If you have not seen a cut slit mold, you know, it's the first thing that you think of is it's broken, but it's not. It's brand new, poured this way, and then I place the cut in there. So this seam here, I've got a seam. Well, it's not an opening, it's just a line in the silicone. That has nothing to do with the utility of the mold. I use that for myself. When I have this in the molding box, I put that seam on that side. It's just a guide for myself so I know which side to cut the mold on. The more jagged the cut, the better. You will not get a seam in your finished product. You can open this mold up. You can see it there. It opens up. You can see how thick that is. You can see the inside of the frosting, the base of the silicone. So before you pour your mold, all you want to do is line it up, take your rubber bands, place them around your mold, and you're ready to pour. That simple. They're easy to clean, no release agents are needed. So when you pour, what I wanted to tell you guys too is how to get this fringe, this white tipped part on here, really super easy. Simply melt some white soap or whatever color you'd like to use, pour it into your mold, and just roll your mold. Get it in all the little tips where you want to get it in. You can do this with roses, any flowers, any design you have. Let it set. Pour your colored soap in that you want to make the frosting with. Let that set. The secret, the trade soap maker's secret, is when you pour your first color, if you're doing a 2-color, spritz it with rubbing alcohol. That's what adheres your soap layers together. So then as soon as that sets, spritz it with rubbing alcohol. When it's set, pour in your base. That's it. Let it set. As soon as your soap is set, simply take the rubber bands off and you're able to open up your mold so you can pull your finished cupcake out. Silicone is a magical material, I like to say, because it does seal upon itself. I have had some people receive the mold in the mail. They don't know that it's a cut mold. They just haven't looked at the provided information about cut slit molds. So that when they get it, they'll even pour their first cupcake mold without the rubber bands around the mold. And it still has worked for them, which is always amazing to me. But it does seal upon itself for a while. So you want to be safe though, and know that, check for a cut. Ask whoever you purchased a mold from if it's a cut mold, and they'll let you know. But just put the rubber bands around it, seal it back up. It will hold it for you, and you can simply just take them off, open the mold up when your soap or candle is set, and pull it out. So I wanted to put this together for people that have not seen a cut or slit mold, so you get a little bit more insight information to how it's done, how easy it is, and so when it arrives, you don't have to be afraid that it's broken. So that's about it. I hope this has helped you out. You can see a little bit of the fringe. I have my pine cones here where I did that little fringe, different color effect. Super easy. Just roll your soap in there. So if you have any questions, hopefully this gave you some insight. If you have any questions, I'm always available. Just email me. My website is sculpturesandsoap.com, or you can find me on Etsy. So thank you very much, you guys. I hope this helps you out to learn a little bit about a cut slit block mold. Thank you.